Committing to anything can be quite difficult if not done right. Have you ever started something excited and you're already visualizing how things will be once you've achieved it, only to find yourself quitting a few days, a few weeks, or even a few months later? If this is the case, then you, like many other people out there, have a problem with commitment. Do not worry, because today I'll be talking about the 4 keys to successful commitment so that you can make successful commitments in your personal lives and even in your professional lives going forward. Now, speaking of commitments, I am currently on a journey to transform my life, and I joined a gym to work on my weight and my general vitality. You can join in if that's something you find valuable as well. So for me, that is a commitment I have made, and so I'll be sharing more about this commitment of mine on this channel later on. Let's start by defining what commitment is. Commitment is a noun, and it is defined as a state of being dedicated to a cause or an activity. So that is what commitment is. Dedication. That is the keyword I'm picking up here. Dedication. If you are dedicated to something, then you are committed. Let us move on and speak about these 4 keys to successful commitment. The first key to successful commitment is a strong desire. In order for you to successfully commit, you need a strong desire. And this desire has to be strong and meaningful enough for you to commit to this thing that you're trying to achieve. And in my case, as I have mentioned that I joined the gym, I find myself missing my slim self. Believe it or not, I was once slim, and so I miss my slim old self. So it's something that I'm working towards, and it's something that I really feel like there's no other way but to achieve it, and it's meaningful to me because it will also help me improve my life. And this is what I recommend, that you look for things that, or you search inside yourself to find whether this thing that you're trying to commit to, is it meaningful enough to you to commit, to actually go through all that it is that you have to go through. So that is the first one, the strong desire. The second one is keystone actions. By keystone actions, what we mean is that there are actions that are like the foundations of what you're trying to achieve, right? There are things that you have to, actions that you have to do day in, day out for you to achieve what you're trying to achieve. Now, in the case of me losing weight, of course, going to the gym is one of them. But when we speak of the keystone actions, we're speaking of the actions that really are needed and are the most important. Now, in the case of losing weight, as you know what they say, losing weight is 80% diet and 20% working out. So if I just work out and I don't watch what I eat, then obviously I will not succeed in this commitment of mine, or in this goal of losing weight and living a healthy life. So in this case, the keystone action is to watch my diet and change my diet. That is a keystone action in this case. So when you are trying to commit to something or trying to achieve something, make sure that you understand what the keystone actions are. Those actions that you really have to take, and make sure that you nail day in, day out, week in, week out. The third key to successful commitment is for you to count the cost. You have to count the cost, and by cost, this is what we mean, or the examples of cost can be time, discomfort, money, or financial constraints, or financial connotations of things. There's many more, but you need to make sure that you understand what it will cost you to attain what you are trying to attain. You have to understand that for you to achieve anything, or in order to successfully commit, you have to sacrifice something. Maybe it's your time, maybe it's your discomfort. In my case, of course, it will be discomfort. It is not nice to always go to the gym and all that, but it's something. If I understand the cost of what I'm trying to attain, then I will go through these hardships. So basically, this is what you need to do. Count the cost. Make sure you understand what it is you need to sacrifice, because in this life, there's nothing for nothing. you don't get anything by doing nothing. So you have to sacrifice something, either your time or your discomfort or whatever it is that you find yourself having to sacrifice. Make sure that you understand what it is that you need to sacrifice. The last key to successful commitment is making sure that you act on the commitment and not on your feelings, because sometimes in the morning when you're supposed to wake up and go for a run, if you're trying to lose weight or whatever it is that you're trying to achieve in your life, you may feel discouraged because of how you feel. You feel tired, you feel bored, it's monotonous because you keep doing this week in, week out. But if you want to commit successfully, which means you just want to succeed in general, make sure that you only act on the commitment you made. If the commitment is that you will wake up every single day and work out, go for a run, or make sure that you do not eat chips and pizza and all that, make sure that you do not act on how you feel, but you act only on the commitment. Block out the feelings. Of course, it's not going to be easy, but you have to make sure that you remember what your commitment is and act only on the commitment. So that's it, friends. Those were the 4 keys to successful commitment. And if you enjoyed what you had in this video, please click the subscribe button. I'll be posting 3 times a week from now onwards. Mondays will be videos such as this, which tackle things like productivity or how to improve yourself as a human. And on Wednesdays, I'll make videos speaking about personal finance, and I would like to call them Money Wise Wednesdays. And then on Fridays, this is where I'll share my progress over the weeks on how I'm progressing on my weight loss journey and how gym feels and all that. But of course, I won't be making any videos in the gym, but I'll be in front of the camera like this, speaking to you to, discuss how things went for me. Now, let me love and leave you. I'll see you in the next video, guys.